Lopez under center. Sends a man in motion. Carroll, handoff. Hawthorne, left side, looking for the end zone. It's touchdown time in Texas. A 5-yard touchdown run for Anthony Hawthorne puts the Bulldogs up with 6:39, leading 6-0, awaiting the PAT. Hawthorne scores for the 14th time of 2014. And the Bulldogs looking good on their opening drive for the last couple of weeks now. Last 3 weeks, really, because they had the great drive against Gunner as well to open up that game. There's the PAT. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Howe leads 7-0 with 6:39 left to go in the first. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com.
If you can't see the difference, why pay the difference? Switch to Dish for a great deal. Only Dish offers free HD for 24 months and premium movie channels free for 3 months, including Blockbuster at home. Save a bundle when you combine DishNet high-speed internet with your TV service. Get more for less with Dish. Visit Cavender Home Theater, your Dish authorized retailer, or call 903-892-3499 for details. CavenderHT.com.
For my family, life is a series of celebrations, from my newest born cousin to my grandmother. We all partake in births, weddings, and funerals. Wherever we celebrate, we need to feel welcome. That's why we choose Scoggins Funeral Home in Howe. Scoggins Funeral Home understands our needs. Talk to the caring staff at Scoggins Funeral Home. Call 903-532-5577 or visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com.
Well, it was a 73-yard drive that took 3 minutes and 41 seconds off the clock, ending on a 5-yard touchdown by Anthony Hawthorne, his 14th of the season. Here's the kick by Honecker, going to be taken at the 27-yard line and brought down almost immediately. I believe that is either Merzinski or Felder bringing down the ball carrier, and S&S will set up shop at about the 33-yard line, their own 33. Actually, spotted at the 35.
Yeah, I believe that was Levi and Dylan Moreau in on the stop.
Impressive drive there by the Bulldogs on their opening possession. And our new score here at Ram Stadium is 7-0. Howe on top. Flags flown before this one could get underway, and I believe maybe possibly a timeout's been called. And we will take one too. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
GCEC Wireless, located in Van Alstyne off of Exit 51, can help you with all your Verizon wireless needs. They have a wide range of products and services, including smartphones, wireless home and mobile internet, wireless home phone service, and accessories. They're also your local DirecTV dealer. So come on by or call them at 903-712-2355. That's GCEC Wireless. And go Bulldogs!
Think back to the best fried pie you've ever had. It won't compare to Sweetie Pies in Van Alstyne. They have handmade apricot, apple, peach, buttermilk, chocolate, coconut, and lemon fried pies that melt in your mouth. Located at 120 South Main Street in Van Alstyne on the east side of downtown. Give them a call at 903-712-PIES. That's 903-712-7437. Sweetie Pies can also make custom Howe cookies, muffins, and other baked goods.
By number 60, Joe.
Welcome back to Ram Stadium. Monty Walker along with Michael Mosier and Stephen Braswell. We missed one play there. It was a handoff to Mayer, who ran right up the middle and was hit hard at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10 with 6:05 left to go in the first. It was a timeout by Howe, and they were not happy about it. Here's a swing out pass to the right side. It's going to be caught at the 41-yard line. It'll be caught by Ben Franklin, and it'll be good for about 7 yards.
Tackled quickly by number 24.
Looks like Dylan Moreau is on the stop there. It'll bring up 3rd and short. 3rd and 3. Really the first sign of life from the S&S Rams on offense so far early going in this football game. 5:34 left to go in the first. There's going to be a handoff to Mayer, who will have enough for the first down.
Dylan Moreau
Still shy of midfield, but the ball will be spotted at the 45-yard line. Again, S&S moving right to left towards that north end zone here in Sadler, Texas. Shotgun for Lawler, movement up front, no flags. Handoff Mayer, and he'll be stopped immediately right at the line of scrimmage. They might have given him a couple of inches.
By number 34, Ty Portman.
Portman.
No gain for the Rams.
It's nice to see him back.
Portman has had a whale of a year. You know, but before the season, we've mentioned this quite a bit. Before the year, Coach Hudson said that he was the best defensive end in the district, and he is proving to be just that. Lawler in shotgun, not a true shotgun. He will only stand about 3 yards back, whereas normal shotgun is about 5. But he is right at 4. Mayer stands right behind him, and he'll get the carry right side, and he's met in the backfield. Nothing doing there. A loss of 1, and the Bulldog defense really looks outstanding early going in this football game.
They do. Joel Minivar in on the stop. Him and Stump Matthews.
Third down and 11.
It'll bring up 3rd and 11. It's got to be one of the greatest nicknames of all time.
It
Stump
does.
Matthews.
Yep.
4:12 and rolling on the clock in the first quarter. Howe leading 7-0. The S&S Rams facing a 3rd and 11 situation as Minivar switches places with Stump Matthews, rotating over to the left side of the defensive line. And here's the shotgun. Here is the throw out right side. Ben Franklin met as he makes the catch. It's going to be very close to a first down, and I believe they're going to give him the spot right on the 45-yard line in Howe territory, and I believe that's enough for a first down. I don't know about the spot, however.
Andrew Griffin in on the side. Andrew hit him almost immediately.
We're going to wait.
Oh, they're going to measure.
They're going to say first down.
Oh, nope.
I thought the back judge had the better spot, but the line judge says, nope, I saw it this way. And the umpire came back from the back and said, well, it's going to be a first down for the Rams. These umpires are out of the Commerce chapter. It's the second straight week we've had Commerce officials.
And it looks like about halfway through the first quarter, it's Leonard's on top of Gunner, 7-6.
Wow. Shotgun, handoff, Mayer, right side. He's got some room and trips over the line of scrimmage. Falls down over his feet because I don't think anyone else was there other than Moreau. But he'll get credit for the tackle, but I don't think he actually got the tackle. I think he tripped over his own feet.
I think
here's a hurry up, quick snap, 2nd down and 8. Here's a handoff up the middle, and that's going to be enough for another first down as Mayer goes right up the gut, and they quick snapped on Howe. The Bulldogs have got to get on the line of scrimmage and ready to go because S&S is trying to run a hurry up offense here and catch the Bulldogs napping, and they did right there.
Anthony Hawthorne in on the stop.
2:48 rolling here in the first quarter. Howe on top, 7-0. And the S&S Rams trying to catch the Bulldogs napping, like we said, trying maybe to force another timeout in this football game, because I have a feeling these timeouts are going to be very valuable in a game like this.
The officials called a timeout to measure.
It was 2nd down and 8, and he got at least 8, but it's a matter of 8 inches, and he got that. It's going to be a first down. Ball now at the 34-yard line in Howe territory, and S&S now knocking on the door, looking for that north end zone.
Pottsboro is 7-0 against Van Alstyne.
Wow. There's 2 very good football teams playing right there.
Yes, it is.
Offset I formation. This is going to be a handoff. Mayer left side. He goes through the hole for about 3 yards, brought down by Stratton Carroll and Anthony Hawthorne. And also Ty Portman gets off the bottom of the pile, and there'll be a gain of about 2, maybe 3, where they'll spot the ball at the 32-yard line. Again, S&S a moment ago quick snapped Howe and picked up the first down, running the hurry-up offense, trying to catch the Bulldogs off guard, and did. Was able to gain 8 yards immediately and pick up a first down. We're at the 2-minute mark here. Shotgun, handoff, Mayer, left side, up the middle, and not much doing there, maybe a yard.
Ty Portman.
Up to the 31-yard line, and that'll bring up a very important 3rd down situation for S&S. 3rd and about 7, as we're now under 2 minutes. Stratton Carroll and Anthony Hawthorne into the game at safety. Nick Wilson and Easton Ross, the corners. Shotgun. Lawler looking right side, wants to throw, and it is incomplete. It was Dalton Felder in coverage. And believe on the
number 5.
The intended receiver was Jacob Miller. It'll fall incomplete. Now S&S in a peculiar situation. 4th and 7 at the Howe 31-yard line. And it appears that they will be going for it here on 4th and 7. With 1:28 left to go in the first quarter. Trailing Howe 7-0. Shotgun, and this is going to be a bootleg out right side. Throwing on the run, and it is incomplete. No flags, and Howe will take over on downs at the 31-yard line. A great job of defense there. Great coverage by Nick Wilson, but the ball was thrown over both of he and the receiver's head out of bounds. And Howe, with 1:23 on the clock in the first quarter, will take over. So we'll see Tanner Hartsfield and company come to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10, man in motion. And this will be a handoff to the left side, and that's going to be Grisham, and he's got some room. Look out, 45 to the 40, and lowers the shoulder and bangs his way to the 35-yard line in S&S territory on first down. Grisham was shot out of a cannon, had lots of room, a big hole on the left side.
Yeah, Cameron Pruitt in on the stop, and he actually had to run him down. So
looked like a double counter on that play, as it took lots of time to develop, and in a misdirection type offense, that was the epitome of misdirection.
And well, like you said earlier, you have a Tyler that's going to run over you, or you have a Tyler that's going to tiptoe and then hit that hole. And that's that Tyler that's going to run over you right now.
Here's the reverse to Stratton Carroll. Knocks his way to the 30-yard line and can't escape the foot tackle, or the arm tackle on the foot to about the 22-yard line. Stratton Carroll desperately trying to get around that right side. And now Coach Hudson not happy, yelling about something, trying to get something called over there. 36 seconds on the first quarter clock, running and screaming at the offense. We'll see what this is about. It's 1st and 10 for Howe.
It looks like he was about the game, about the 40-second clock.
Possibly so, because there's only 19 seconds on the clock. They do not have to run a play, and it doesn't appear that they're going to do that. So we're going to take a quick timeout. The first quarter has ended. Howe has won this quarter, 7-0. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment on HoweEnterprise.com.
It's way too hot for your vehicle's AC to go out. Head over to 4A Automotive in Howe for their special air conditioning service checkup for just $39.95. For over 10 years, they've provided the most reliable and dependable service and repairs in the area. 4A Automotive is a bumper-to-bumper service shop. They do it all, from autos to diesels, and they're front-end specialists too. So call 4A Automotive today at 903-546-0024. They're located 4 miles east of Howe at the corner of FM 902 and Luella Road.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only, where you get great food and big smiles. And a little message for all our Howe football players. Go, Bulldogs fight, Bulldogs win, win, win. Because it's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Welcome back to Ram Stadium. Monty Walker along with Michael Mosier and Stephen Braswell as the Howe Bulldogs lead the S&S Rams 7-0 as we enter the second quarter here at the newly renovated Ram Stadium, and their new bleachers and new press box on the near side, and it is it's pretty impressive over here.
It is very nice. You know, looking at some of these scores, I got this Fox Sports app, and within 25 miles, there's some good games going tonight.
There are some good games out there. Here's a man in motion, and Lopez is going to keep it on the quarterback's knee up the middle for about 2 yards, and that will take the ball inside the 20, right at the 20-yard line as we move into the second quarter. Again, Howe on top 7-0.
Manuel Durante in on the stop. Him and a couple other guys. There's looks like a number 79, but I don't have him on my defensive sheet.
2nd down and 7 for the Howe Bulldogs. Now moving right to left towards that north end zone. Lopez under center. Sends Carroll in motion, who slips a little bit. Hand off to Hawthorne. And he'll make his way over left guard for about 2 or 3 yards inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 2 for the Bulldogs, who need to convert here. And so far, this is when you kind of look for Tyler Grisham on his double counter.
He has been the guy tonight.
Going to bring up 3rd down and 2 for.
What a weapon it is to have Grisham back. Lopez under center, and flags will fly. This was going to be a handoff, Tyler Grisham, on that left side, as we've seen so far early in this football game, but a flag was thrown before this one could get underway. It's a false start against Howe, and instead of being 3rd and 2, it'll be 3rd and 7.
Be 3rd down and 8 for the Bulldogs.
Very costly penalty, as I say 7. That's closer to 3rd and 9. That's a long ways back. And we'll see what play is designed here for a 3rd and long 8 for Howe. Under center, this is going to be Lopez on the keeper around the right side. Gets a great block from Hawthorne, and he has the 1st down. A great call. It was the bootleg around the right side. Hawthorne got a tremendous block out there. Lopez, who stumbled momentarily. I didn't know if he was going to be able to recover from that stumble out of the blocks, but he did. And Howe has the 1st down at the 12-yard line.
You know, we had this conversation earlier in the year. You know, S&S has got to do something. You can't have your safety making the stop every time. And again, Cameron Pruitt in on the stop for the Rams, and he's the strong safety.
1st and 10 from the 12. 10 minutes exactly on the clock. Lopez under center. Sends Carroll in motion. And Hawthorne gets the carry left side. And he will bang his way inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. A gain of 4. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And the Bulldogs just really look great offensively and defensively so far early on in this football game. The Bulldogs have scored 49 points in the first quarter, 73 in the second. That's the big quarter for most really good teams, and Howe is no different. 73 points in the second quarter, looking for 80 right here. 2nd and 7, 9:18 on the clock. Hartsfield breaks the huddle, heads to the line of scrimmage. Now everybody else follows. Lopez is going to hand off Carroll, running right side on the reverse. He's got the 5. He's into the end zone. It's touchdown time in Texas. Stratton Carroll puts it in from 9 yards out. And the Bulldogs extend their lead 13-0, awaiting the PAT.
Yeah, just a quick shot here. Farmersville at Callisburg tied 14-14.
That's Carroll. I believe he had 2 touchdowns last week. That brings his total to 6 on the year. The kick is good, and we're up to 14-0. Howe in the lead. We will be back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
You're invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs. The Howe Athletic Booster Club invites you to become a supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
The type of kids we have, they're just hard workers and do anything you ask.
Memberships are $25 and will be available at all home games. All proceeds benefit high school and middle school athletic programs. Please join the Howe Athletic Booster Club in our efforts to support our hometown kids.
When people come here, you know, it's something they can be proud of.
Welcome back to Ram Stadium, where Honaker's kickoff will go to the 26-yard line. Be taken by a Ram and brought down right in the middle of the field, right at the 25.
Lane Lancaster was the Ram that got the ball.
They'll spot it at the 26.
First down and 10.
And with 8:59 on the second quarter clock, Howe leads 14-0 after the 9-yard touchdown by Stratton Carroll, his 6th of the year. So now S&S flipping it around, moving left to right rather, towards the south end zone. It'll be shotgun. Thank you, Mr. Braswell.
Yeah, every time you turn around, Howe has so many weapons. They have so many kids that can run the ball.
Shotgun. This will be a handoff. Mayer, right side, escapes trouble in the backfield. Now he's got some room, runs over a defender, and believe it was Merzinski who took the brunt of Mayer's punishment and punishing run right there, but Merzinski brought him down.
Yeah,
and that's all that matters. It's second down and short, 2nd and 2. And this will be a handoff left side. Mayer bounces it out to the right side, flag down. And Merzinski in on the stop there again. Flag, we'll have to check and see what this is. The left side of the offensive line is moving very, very quickly, and we'll see if it happens to be the left tackle who I thought that was initially going to be on. We'll see if the officials agree.
Andrew Griffin made the stop for the Bulldogs.
Clay Salmons, the left tackle, has been moving just a little bit too quick, and it will be against S&S, and that'll back them up. It'll be 2nd down and 9 now for S&S instead of 2nd down and 2. With 8:29 left on the second quarter clock, Howe leading 14-0. Three receivers to the right side, to the left side rather. And looking that way, throwing the screen pass. It's going to be caught and brought down by, I believe that is Michael Carrer. Nice job there coming over to make that stop on the screen pass. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. Maybe a long 4, close to 3rd and 5 after the pickup there. So S&S running this kind of a spread offense, but really just run the ball out of it. They don't really do a whole lot of passing, or have not done that tonight, rather.
Yeah.
Two receivers to the near side on the right side of the offense. Handoff, and that's going to be to Mayer. No, it's going to be kept. Lawler throws it out in the flats, and it's dropped by his receiver, and that's going to be Jacob Miller, the sophomore. Had it in his hands and just simply dropped it, and that'll bring up 4th down. It would have been a 1st down had he caught that ball. He had enough room to fight forward and get the first, but he simply dropped the football.
Eastern Ross in on that knocking on that door of that on that pass. It looks like Ben Franklin's back to punt.
Franklin does the punting here for S&S. Hawthorne back deep to receive. It's a low line drive kick. Bounces at the 35 on the chalk and takes about a 5-yard, 6-yard, 7-yard hop. Now inside the 30 to the 27-yard line, and that's where Howe will take over with 7:13 on the clock here in the second quarter.
1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
A couple of scores that may matter a little bit to people listening. Tom Bean, with 3:52 left in the first, is up on Whitewright 7-0. And Leonard and Gunner are still locked up at 7-6.
7, Gunner 6.
7-6. Who's on top?
Leonard.
Tom Bean 7, Whitewright 0.
Van Alstyne's, Pottsboro still up on Van Alstyne 7-0.
What a barn burner that must be.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Here comes Howe, and it'll be a handoff. Grisham along the right side. He lowers his shoulder, runs right behind his shoulder pads, and gains about a yard, maybe 2. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8 as Grisham really running with some authority tonight.
Yeah, Cameron Pruitt's going to be tired by come halftime. He's made almost every tackle for the Rams tonight, and again, you don't want your safety making all those stops.
If your safety's making a lot of tackles, something's wrong. Two receivers out to the near side. You don't see this much from Howe. This will be a reverse to Carroll along the right side. He's hit after about 3 yards, spins forward, close to a first down, maybe just a little bit short. We'll check the spot. It was second down and long. It'll be, looks like 3rd and 1.
I bet you can't guess who made the stop.
Let me guess. Pruitt.
I bet he is going to be exhausted come halftime.
It might hurt a little bit tomorrow morning.
He will be.
It hurts worse when you lose.
It does.
And the Bulldogs right now are leading 14-0 over S&S. We're just now under 6 minutes in the second quarter. Here's a handoff. Hawthorne, left side. Not much doing there. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2, but enough for a first down. They'll move the sticks. The ball now rests at the 40-yard line, just shy of midfield, as Howe's moving right to left towards the north end zone.
Cordell Mercer in on the stop for the Rams.
A good crowd coming over from Howe tonight, as the stands are pretty much full on the far side.
They are, and they've been pretty full almost every week.
I think after this week, most of the town should realize that Howe's got a great shot for a playoff berth if they win tonight. Here's a handoff on the reverse coming to Hawthorne along the near side, and this will be shut down by S&S.
Howard.
Kobe Howard.
About 3 yards.
Gain of 3 for Anthony Hawthorne, who's not yet been able to bust out. You just wait for any moment Hawthorne could go the distance. Has not yet been able to do that. Had the one long run early in the game. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 7 situation at the 43-yard line. Lopez sends Carroll in motion. Handoff Hawthorne, right side, end over end. No gain, 3rd and long. And so one of the first times tonight, Howe finds themselves in a little bit of a situation here, needing to convert a 3rd and long. Last time they were in this situation, Joaquin Lopez ran a bootleg out and got a great block from Hawthorne. We'll see what they call here.
Yeah, Lane Lancaster made the stop for the Rams.
So 3rd and 6. Two receivers, right side. Hawthorne all alone in the backfield. And Lopez wants to throw. Good coverage down the field. Lopez is going to have to tuck and run. And he is dropped after a 2-yard gain at the 47-yard line. So it'll bring up 4th and 4 on your own end of the field. And it's kind of hard to go for it in this situation. Only up by 14. A little bit difficult to make this move. I would think you'd have to punt it here, but I don't see any indications of such. And now here they do. Here they come. They are going to punt it away. 3:35 on the clock. The Bulldogs are going to have to hurry. There's 14 seconds on the play clock. Now everybody's in position. And we'll see Overby try to punt this one away. Now finally Ben Franklin goes back to receive the punt. And it'll be a low end-over-end kick. Going to be caught on the run by Franklin, coming near side at the 25 and falls down shy of the 30 at the 29-yard line. I say that was Franklin. Let me check, make sure. I think actually that was Lane Lancaster.
Looks like we got a flag coming in late.
So Howe punts for the first time tonight. And S&S will take over with 3:14 left to go before the half. Right now the ball would be at their own 29-yard line. We'll check the flag and see where actually they will start.
Block in the back called on the Rams.
Well, you hear that from the PA announcer. Block in the back on the Rams. And that'll move the ball back to the 19-yard line after the 10-yard penalty. We'll see what the Rams can do here so far tonight. S&S has punted on their first drive, and then they turned it over on downs on their second drive, and then punted again on their third drive, trying to get something going here against this really stingy Bulldog defense tonight. Looks like Griffin and Overby, the linebackers. And this is going to be a handoff. Mayer, left side, brought down after a gain of about 3. And will be brought down at the 23-yard line.
Mike Heppenstall.
A nice job there by Helpenstell. That'll be a 2nd down and 6 situation for the SNS Rams, deep in their own territory at the 23-yard line. Wanting to throw Lawler out left side. It's caught, and Ross misses him, but right there is Andrew Griffin to make the stop. It'll be enough for a 1st down. Or is it? It's going to be very close. I think it is. It is enough for the 1st down. The ball spotted at the 30.
1st down and 10 for your Rams.
And Lawler rolling out right side. Wants to throw. Intercepted at the 35-yard line. And that is Griffin. Nope, that's Dalton Felder, and he'll take the ball inside the 20-yard line. So with 2:26 left to go before the half, Howe's going to have a chance here to score to go into the dressing room up 21-0 if they can punch it in here.
Back to the 20-yard line in Rams territory.
Wow.
Yeah, that was he's in the right spot at the right time.
So Howe will come out here on offense with 2:26 after the Dalton Felder interception, his 1st of the year.
Yeah,
Carroll in motion, handoff Hawthorne. Right up the middle, not much doing there. I'm not sure Hawthorne had it. He didn't. It was a fake to Hawthorne. And I believe Lopez kept it right behind right guard.
Number 65.
Minimal gain of maybe a half a yard. Clock still rolling here, nearing the 2-minute mark. And now finally a timeout's been called. And we'll take 1-2. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
The Howe Enterprise has served Howe as the hometown news since 1963. Since then, the Bulldogs have won 8 districts, 7 by-district, 3 area championships, and 1 regional title. We've seen 14 different head coaches during that time. The Howe Enterprise has been with the Bulldogs for 51 years. We were there when the Pride of Howe won 3 band state championships. HoweEnterprise.com publishes weekly on Mondays.
Carrie's Coffee Company in historic downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, is the new upscale coffee shop serving Van Alstyne, Howe, and surrounding areas. Carrie's Coffee Company offers a wide variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages and baked goods. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Company in downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, and mention this ad and get 50% off your first beverage. Open Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 7 a.m. on Saturdays. Carrie's Coffee Company is Texas quality.
This is a toss out right side to Carroll, and it is actually a pitch. We haven't seen that play a lot this year, or at all, in fact. As Carroll went in motion, they faked the hand to Hawthorne and pitched it to Carroll, running around the backside of Hawthorne, and that was good for several yards. It's going to be 3rd and 1 for Howe.
Clayton Hedges and Wyatt Mayer in on the stop.
Lopez under center, handoff Grisham. And he will bang his way through. Did he get to the 1st down marker? He's inside the 10, and I believe he's at the 9-yard line. The clock is stopped because the officials are waving for a 1st down, and now it is 1st and 10 for Howe.
Tackled by a bunch of Rams.
Clay Salmons, Ethan Lawson in on the stop for the Rams.
Felder checks into the game for Tyler Grisham. We'll see what happens here. 1:19 on the clock.
That'll bring 1st down, and he goes.
Felder will be the slot back, and he'll go in motion. He'll get the toss. Coming near side. Looking for the 10, looking for the 5. It is touchdown time in Texas. Dalton Felder scores from 9 yards out. And the Bulldogs take a 20-0 lead at SNS with 1:06 left to go before half. Wow.
Yeah, that was SNS acted like that was something they weren't ready for. He come right around this left end, and he went untouched.
So Felder, who started this drive with the interception, caps it off with the touchdown. And Honecker's PAT looks good,
Number 40,
and it is. Howe extends their lead 21-0 over S&S here at S&S. 1:06 left to go before the half. We'll be back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
It is declined by the Bulldogs. That brings our score around.
Your business has a story to tell. Let Fast Signs help you tell it using the right mix of visual communication solutions like signs, banners, digital displays, vehicle graphics, mobile marketing, and so much more. Give Fast Signs your business challenge, and we'll come up with a plan to grow your business, reach more customers, and accomplish more than you ever thought possible. Fast Signs. More than fast, more than signs.
Fast Signs Texoma, located at 1916 North Grand Avenue in Sherman. 903-893-SIGN.
Hi, this is Chris with Cavender Home Theater, your local satellite television expert. Our customers are raving about the Hopper from Dish, the most advanced DVR. You can record up to 6 shows at once and instantly skip commercials in recorded primetime TV. But that's not all. With Dish, you can watch all your live and recorded TV anywhere. Visit Cavender Home Theater, your Dish authorized retailer, or call 903-892-3499 today.
Number 1, Franklin.
Welcome back to Ram Stadium as Honeker's kick is a bouncing, kind of an onside kick looking, had an onside look to it. Not sure if it was just a squib kick or trying to be an onside kick, but that was Ben Franklin on the return as he picked it up about the 35-yard line and made his way a couple of yards to the 38, and now there's a Bulldog down. And I believe that's Dylan Moreau, the freshman.
Yeah, he was in on the stop.
Coach Hudson's made his way over. It's on the near sideline, on S&S's sideline. And we're checking on him down here on the field. Again, Dalton Felder intercepted the pass from S&S at the 2-minute mark, or right at, which gave Howe the ball at the 20 with a chance to score right before the half, in which they did. And guess who took it in? It was Dalton Felder from 9 yards out who capped it off. And Howe now leads 21-0. Again, the tiebreaker is 13. Howe needs to win really by 14 points. And if they do that tonight, they'll be in great shape to make the playoffs. Having beaten Tom Bean last week above the tiebreaker, 48-12. And now would own the tiebreaker above S&S and would be almost a lock for the playoffs. 1st and 10 for S&S, and this will be a low snap. Mayer gets the handoff right side, met in the backfield, helping Still among others.
Mayer with the carry.
And now a little extracurricular activity, and S&S says, hey, I don't want any part of this. They back off. As we're under a minute now, we'll see if there should be one more play at least for S&S. It's 2nd down and 13 after the loss by Mayer. 3 receivers to the left. Mayer in the backfield. Lawler wants to throw out left side on the screen pass again. It's caught, making their way up to the 40-yard line to the 50, and that's going to be Ben Franklin. And he is knocked out of bounds, I believe, just past the 50-yard line. They'll actually spot him at the 50. These S&S Rams wear these yellow shoes, and they're all taped up with yellow. And every time I see a man down, I think there's a flag on the field.
It does make it difficult, doesn't it?
The clock is stopped at 21. Now they're going to roll the clock, starting at 16 seconds. And now the officials will say no, timeout S&S, and we'll keep it right here with 15.1 seconds left to go right before the halftime.
Well, while we've got a minute, Farmersville at Callisburg is knotted up 21-21. Salina, Bonham is at Salina tonight. It's 49-0 with 8:40 left in the second. We're still tied. We're still at 7-6 Leonard at Gunner, and we're still showing 7-0 Tom Bean over Whitewright. Van Alstyne still, Pottsboro still up on Van Alstyne 7-0.
I'm not sure a lot of people would have thought Howe would be up 21-0 going into a half here in this football game, but I guarantee you there's a lot of Howe fans, and especially the players in Howe, that thought that this could happen.
Yeah.
This will be Lawler looking to pass left side. It's caught enough for a first down, but they're fighting the clock now. Not sure Franklin was able to get out of bounds.
Stop the clock with 8.9.
8.9 to move the chains.
Nick Wilson made the stop for the Bulldogs.
The clock should start. And here is Lawler under all kinds of pressure. Falls incomplete. Portman, it was Portman. And Stump Matthews right in the face of Lawler. And that'll be incomplete. 5.3 seconds left on the clock before the half. And the S&S Rams will face a 2nd down and 10 situation. They call another timeout. We'll keep it here. That Pottsboro and Van Alstyne game, what'd you say the score was?
7-0 Pottsboro.
Those two teams like to put the points on the board as well. And
they do. Tom Bean has gone up 14-0 on Whitewright. 8 minutes left in the second.
Is that at Whitewright?
No, it's at Tom Bean.
At Tom Bean.
And Sherman and Wiley they're 7-6. Wiley on top there.
Some good games in the area.
There are some good games in the area tonight. There's some blowouts. It's Bonham at Salina. It's now 56-0 with 7:37 left in the second.
Salina, I would imagine.
Yeah, sure.
Here we go, back to play. 5.3 on the clock. Lawler throwing down the left side. It's intercepted almost. I believe it was dropped. Merzinski had it right in his arms, and it fell out. And I'm not sure, he might not have gone to the house had he hung on to that football.
Yeah, and they stopped the clock with 1.1 second.
Oh, that's scary. In a situation like that, when you had an interception, when things turn and strange things happen, it's usually situations like this with 1.1 on the clock. Lawler, all kinds of pressure, throws a screen pass over the middle, and this is Mayer's got some room to the 25, escapes a defender, down to the 20, down to the 15, down to the 10, to the 5, and brought down at the 5-yard line.
Tanner Hartsfield in on the stop.
That was scary. And like we mentioned, usually when something happens like that, when the Bulldogs surely had an interception with 1.1 left. But as our spotter, Stephen Bradswell, says, there's a flag on the field. So if it's against the Bulldogs, the half cannot end. So we'll check and see what this is. And this half isn't over yet.
Roughing the passer on the Bulldogs.
Roughing the passer against Howe.
One play.
And now S&S, with no time on the clock, will have one play at the 2.5-yard line. This is not good.
Timeout Howe.
We'll keep it right here. We'll, and I know my mother will be listening and she'll say, "You jinxed them."
It's going to be your
fault. It'll be my fault because I said, something will happen here with 1.1 seconds. Because it does every time. Inevitably, when you don't make that play, the interception, it comes back to haunt you. It always does. And now, if nothing else, S&S could kick a field goal right here and have an easy 3 points.
Yes.
And when it comes to tiebreakers, you need all the points you can get. And already trailing 21-0, you got to think about, not only if you want to win the game, but you definitely don't want to lose the game by 14.
No.
So if you're going to lose, you have to lose within that range. And I know S&S is not thinking about losing, but I guarantee you that thought's going through their minds of tiebreakers. And this will be everybody tight set for S&S. Offset I formation, still in shotgun. Lawler, he's going to hand off right side, and It is a touchdown for S&S. And just like that, an easy gift touchdown for Mayer, as that should not have even happened. But S&S cuts the lead 21-6, and they will get to try the PAT here with no time on the clock.
Leonard's gone up on Gunner 14-6.
Well, we have a toe punch kicker. We don't see one of these very often. And he will bang it through, 21-7. Now all of a sudden, instead of going into the half up 21-0, Howe only up by 14.
We'll see you after halftime. Enjoy the halftime.
Wow, that is not the way to go into the half. We'll be back in a moment with more Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Abby's Restaurant is family owned and run. They have the cure for all your home cooking cravings. Chicken fried steak, loaded baked potato, bacon patty melt, grilled chicken salad, cheese fries, jalapeno stuffed peppers, and more. Don't forget to save room for that cheesecake and cobbler with ice cream. We know you're going to love the food and the service. Abby's Restaurant in downtown Howe. They're open from 11 to 8, Monday through Saturday. Give them a call, 903-487-8860. Abby's Restaurant.
If you can't see the difference, why pay the difference? Switch to Dish for a great deal. Only Dish offers free HD for 24 months and premium movie channels free for 3 months, including Blockbuster at home. Save a bundle when you combine DishNet high-speed internet with your TV service. Get more for less with Dish. Visit Cavender Home Theater, your Dish authorized retailer, or call 903-892-3499 for details. CavenderHT.com.
For my family, life is a series of celebrations, from my newest born cousin to my grandmother. We all partake in births, weddings, and funerals. Wherever we celebrate, we need to feel welcome. That's why we choose Scoggins Funeral Home in Howe. Scoggins Funeral Home understands our needs. Talk to the caring staff at Scoggins Funeral Home. Call 903-532-5577 or visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
GCEC Wireless, located in Van Alstyne off of Exit 51, can help you with all your Verizon wireless needs. They have a wide range of products and services, including smartphones, wireless home and mobile internet, wireless home phone service, and accessories. They're also your local DirecTV dealer. So come on by or call them at 903-712-2355. That's GCEC Wireless. And go Bulldogs!
We are at halftime where Howe leads 21-7, and the Howe band is about to perform, and we will let you hear their performance starting in just a moment. Here, it should be starting right now.
Drum major, is your band ready?
Introducing the 2014-2015 Howe High School varsity cheerleaders. Whitney Kirby, captain. Kendall Nelms, co-captain. Meg Wilson. Tiffany Lawyer. Kaylin Powers. Jamie Patterson. Elizabeth Corbin. Jessica Doty. Catherine Honaker. Jake Shaw. Allison Streetman. Kaylee Dwyer. Peyton Groves. Marina Hanson. Kat Little. And Chris Blazak as spot. Manager Jalen Moss and Coach Cam Kirby.
Back to the best fried pie you've ever had. It won't compare to Sweetie Pies in Van Alstyne. They have handmade apricot, apple, peach, buttermilk, chocolate, coconut, and lemon fried pies that melt in your mouth. Located at 120 South Main Street in Van Alstyne on the east side of downtown. Give them a call at 903-712-PIES. That's 903-712-7437. Sweetie Pies can also make custom Howe cookies, muffins, and other baked goods.
It's way too hot for your vehicle's AC to go out. Head over to 4A Automotive in Howe for their special air conditioning service checkup for just $39.95. For over 10 years, they've provided the most reliable and dependable service and repairs in the area. 4A Automotive is a bumper-to-bumper service shop. They do it all, from autos to diesels, and they're front-end specialists too. So call 4A Automotive today at 903-546-0024. They're located 4 miles east of Howe at the corner of FM 902 and Luella Road.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only, where you get great food and big smiles. And a little message for all our Howe football players: go Bulldogs, fight, Bulldogs win, win, win. 'Cause it's not just good, it's Sonic good.
You're invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Welcome back to Rams Stadium in South, well, I shouldn't say South Maid, it's Sadler here. Sadler, South Maid, where the Bulldogs lead 21-7. It should be a 21-0 halftime lead, but a defensive penalty on Howe right before the half. And you can't end the half on a defensive penalty, so S&S got one more play from the 2.5-yard line, and they ran it in. Let's have some scores, Michael. Let's pass along some scores from around the area.
Well, let's see here. Leonard has gone up on Gunner, 14-6. Lindsay and Era, it's 27-0 halftime Lindsay. Wiley's up on Sherman, 14-6. White Wright at Tom Bean. Tom Bean's on top, 21-7 with 2:53 left in the second.
So far, no real surprises.
No. Pottsboro and Van Alstyne are locked at 7.
Woo! What a game.
At halftime, so that's probably a pretty good game. Bonham and Callisburg, 21-28 at halftime. Farmersville, they're down by 7.
Mighty Ram Band.
Burkett and Gainesville. Gainesville's on top 14-0. And Alvord is beating Valley View 22-9. Let's see what else we got here. St. Joe and Tioga. Tioga's actually on top of that one, 20-14. And Monsters on top of Collinsville, 22-0. And Salina is on top of Bonham, 63-0.
Wow. Is that the half?
That's halftime.
I wonder if they've got the tiebreaker over there.
I don't know, because they're what, 3A? 4A? No, 4A?
4A. No, that's 3A. It's a big school.
Big,
I believe that's right. I believe that's big school 3A.
Yeah, well, that one's bad. It's, at what point do you just go, oh, come on now?
The young man we've been mentioning that's making a lot of tackles for S&S tonight, the safety junior Cameron Pruitt. We learned through the magic of Facebook, had a message from a listener who said that Cameron Pruitt is the son of a Howe alumni. That would be the son of Shelley Marshall. She's now Shelley Marshall Pruitt, class of 1988. And Cameron Pruitt has Howe ties. And now we'll listen to the S&S band as they have their turn to do their performance for the home crowd.
Athletic Booster Club invites you to become a supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Thank you, sir.
The kids we have, they're just hard workers and do anything you ask.
Memberships are $25 and will be available at all home games. All proceeds benefit high school and middle school athletic programs. Please join the Howe Athletic Booster Club in our efforts to support our hometown kids.
When people come here, you know, it's something they can be proud of.
The Howe Enterprise has served Howe as the hometown news since 1963. Since then, the Bulldogs have won 8 district, 7 by-district, 3 area championships, and 1 regional title. We've seen 14 different head coaches during that time. The Howe Enterprise has been with the Bulldogs for 51 years. We were there when the Pride of Howe won 3 band state championships. HoweEnterprise.com publishes weekly on Mondays.
Carrie's Coffee Company in historic downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, is the new upscale coffee shop serving Van Alstyne, Howe, and surrounding areas. Carrie's Coffee Company offers a wide variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages and baked goods. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Company in downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, and mention this ad and get 50% off your first beverage. Open Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 7 a.m. on Saturdays. Carrie's Coffee Company is Texas quality.
Your business has a story to tell. Let Fast Signs help you tell it using the right mix of visual communication solutions like signs, banners, digital displays, vehicle graphics, mobile marketing, and so much more. Give Fast Signs your business challenge and we'll come up with a plan to grow your business, reach more customers, and accomplish more than you ever thought possible. Fast Signs. More than fast, more than signs.
Fast Signs Texoma, located at 1916 North Grand Avenue in Sherman, 903-893-SIGN.
Hi, this is Chris with Cavender Home Theater, your local satellite television expert. Our customers are raving about the Hopper from Dish, the most advanced DVR. You can record up to 6 shows at once and instantly skip commercials in recorded primetime TV. But that's not all. With Dish, you can watch all your live and recorded TV anywhere. Visit Cavender Home Theater, your Dish authorized retailer, or call 903-892-3499 today.
Welcome back to Ram Stadium. Monty Walker along with Michael Mosier. Some halftime scores. 28-7, Tom Bean over Whitewright at Tom Bean. The other district game would be the Leonard Tigers over the Gunner Tigers at half, 14-6. That a little bit of a shocker, but knowing how good Gunner is, just kind of assumed Gunner would roll through district, not lose the game, but they are trailing right now to Leonard 14-6. Now here at this game, the Howe Bulldogs are leading the S&S Rams 21-7 at the half. S&S got a very, very, very nice little bow-wrapped gift with no time on the clock right before the half, was able to score. Let's go over the first half. It was S&S who took the ball first at their own 31-yard line and ended up punting back to Howe. Howe drove 73 yards down the field, took 3 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock, and Anthony Hawthorne scored his 14th touchdown of the year. That one from 5 yards out. Howe led 7-0 with 6:39 left to go in the first. S&S took the ball at their own 35, ended up turning the ball over on downs. Howe took it at their own 31, drove 69 yards, and it was a 9-yard touchdown by Stratton Carroll who ended that drive, and that upped the Bulldogs' lead 14-0 with 9:06 left to go in the second quarter. The S&S Rams would punt, the Howe Bulldogs would punt, and then S&S threw an interception to Dalton Felder with 3:14 left to go before the half, and Howe was able to punch it in right before the half. Actually, it was about 2 minutes, and Howe punched it in, and it was Dalton Felder himself who took it in from 9 yards out, and that upped the Howe lead 21-0 with 1:06 left to go before the half, and it looked like that would be the end of it. As a matter of fact, just moments right before, with 1.1 second on the clock before the half, Howe leading with 21-0. Levi Merzinski had a ball right in his hands for an interception. He dropped it, and that left that 1.1 second on the clock. And that's when it was a handoff to Wyatt Mayer, who scampered his way all the way to the 5-yard line. There was a roughing the passer called because it wasn't a handoff. It was a toss out to the right side. And roughing the passer meant the half could not end on a defensive penalty. So S&S had one shot from the 2-yard line, and that's when Mayer took it over with no time on the clock. The PAT was good, and our halftime score is 21-7, and both teams are now stretching in the end zones.
Yeah, and that, like you said, that was a gift for S&S. By no means was it, if Levi would have just held on to that ball, I think he would have went untouched to the end zone, and it would have been a 28-0 halftime score instead of 21-7.
Yeah, poor Levi. We keep saying that, but he's got to feel as bad as anyone else. It's not his fault that the guy scored later on.
Right,
it's just one of those circumstances that happen that it's unfortunate, but it happens every time like that. If you watch sports and you know the things that happen when there's an opportunity, it seems to always work out that way, and there's always a way to say what if,
right?
And that always happens, and it just unfortunately it's the what if lands on Levi Merzinski in this particular situation, and that's unfortunate for him.
It is. Now I have a question. While we got just a minute, within 50 miles, where is Goldberg High School?
Goldberg
or Forestburg School?
Now, Forestburg, is that around Munster? But
I have no idea. That score's final. It's 72-0. Forestburg, I've just never heard of them.
Yeah, I'm not.
What if they're 1A school?
I'm not familiar. Maybe if someone wants to send that information in. Here come the Bulldogs across the field. And they make their way back on as the S&S Rams are in their tunnel. And here they come on the field, and you can hear their fans with their cowbells. I'm not sure we need more cowbell in this situation.
Come on, Ram Nation, get loud, get proud.
We actually had to adjust the crowd mic during the half because the new system here at Rams Stadium had the speaker right in the crowd mic, so we had to adjust that a little bit, move it back out of the way of the speaker so you can actually hear the crowd a little bit tonight instead of just the PA announcer. And we are just about ready to start this second half. Howe, remember, deferred to the second half when they won the coin toss, so they will receive the football first. And that is a good thing if you're a Howe Bulldog, because the half didn't end that well.
No,
so if you end the half on a down note like it did and then have to kick off, this could be a very different football game in a hurry. However, Howe's going to have the chance to get in the end zone here pretty quickly and not only keep the foot on the throat, but maybe just roll over a little bit and put some weight on it. But it's very, very early in this football game. Howe leading 21-7 as we're just about to get underway in the second half. Again, the kicker, Casey Welch, is not a soccer-style kicker. He is a toe puncher, a la 1980. And he toe punches this one. It's a big kick all the way back to the 4-yard line, rolls into the end zone. I'll bet you anything he has a square-toed shoe.
I bet he does too.
I'll bet you anything, because you know what? I know the secret behind those square-toed shoes. They add about 10 yards to your kick. It's
right.
Almost. I know the first time I put one of those things on, and I thought, are you sure this is legal? It really helps out a kicker. Let me tell you.
And he was up 5 more yards. He might have kicked a field goal.
Yeah, he's got some leg right there. Here is first play of the second half. Will be a handoff to Hawthorne. I believe that was Hawthorne up the middle.
Yeah, it looks like
it was a gain of about 2-3 yards, maybe even 4. A sneaky 4-yard gain. It'll be second down and 6, 11:41 on the third quarter clock. Hartsfield breaks the huddle, comes to the line of scrimmage. And this will be a handoff to Grisham coming near side, and he doesn't get much, maybe 2 yards.
Number 25, Grisham with
And
the carry.
Clay Salmons made the stop.
Clay Salmons.
So already a crucial 3rd and 3 here in the second half, as Howe really needs to score on this initial drive to get back that touchdown that they basically gave away right before the half. It's got to leave a bad taste in Coach Hudson's mouth, I know for sure. Here's Lopez, sends Hawthorne in motion. They'll hand to him on the right side. He wants to throw. He throws it deep down the field, and it is incomplete. Looking for his receiver over there, and that was Zach Blevins. It was just over Blevins' head. Falls incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down and 3 with 10:37 left to go in the third. Howe leading 21-7.
Cordell Mercer in on the stop for the Rams. Drew Dutton has went back deep for the Rams on this punt.
No more Ben Franklin, huh?
No.
Waiting for someone to come back that's Blevins coming onto the field and on the punt team, and this will be a high snap. Overby punts it away. A wobbly kick. Going to be caught at the 35-yard line, spinning out of a tackle and brought down right where he caught it at the 35-yard line, and that's where S&S will take over, heading left to right.
Stratton Carroll and Jacob Taylor in on the stop for the Bulldogs.
So with 10:26, this is very crucial at this point. You would think, Howe was clearly in the driver's seat in this football game, and all of a sudden S&S's drive right here is very, very important. If they score here, it's a touchdown game. There's actually a penalty on the play. The ball will now sit at the 25. So if the 10-yard penalty, it'll be 1st and 10.
And what was the penalty? Did you catch it?
I didn't catch what it was. Lawler swing out right side. It's caught in the backfield. Escapes Hawthorne's tackle. Now Hawthorne regroups and brings him down at about the 25-yard line. The line of scrimmage might have actually gained a yard. And on the reception was Drew Dutton, the senior. But only a gain of 1 before Hawthorne comes back to make the tackle. 10:05 on the clock. Howe up 21-7.
Stephen Braswell, our spotter, said it was a block in the back.
This will be Lawler, handoff to Mayer, and he'll sneak his way on the left side, brought down by Griffin after about a 2-yard gain, and that will bring up 3rd down and long. Mayer, a pretty good back, has just not been able to get anything going tonight on either side, right or left. Just the defensive line is just playing outstanding for Howe tonight.
They are, and he looks like a back that would be maybe kind of like Anthony. Get him out in the open field, and he may be gone.
And that's what they try to do, is spread everybody out and then run Mayer up the middle. It's just not worked tonight. And here's Lawler, looks at the screen pass, now throws it, and it's dropped. And the receiver wanting a flag.
There's a late flag come in right here.
I believe that was Cordell Mercer, the intended receiver, or it could be Devin Orr. Again, it's really hard. No, it was Mercer. Really hard to see those numbers. A late flag came in. It was Mercer who was wanting the flag. He dropped the ball and then turned around and looked like an NFL receiver, and now it'll be holding against the Bulldogs, and that will bring up a 1st down for S&S. Again, a very late flag.
Yeah.
That was one of those where you get those in the NFL, but you rarely see that in high school football.
Yeah, and I think it come from McKinney. That's how far back it looked like it come from.
Shotgun formation, Lawler. Low snap, digs it out. Hands off Mayer, met in the backfield. Escapes one tackle of Ty Portman, but he doesn't escape Stump Matthews and Griffin. And it'll be brought down for a loss, which will bring up a second down and 11 with 9 minutes on the clock. Howe leading 21-7 here in the third. Again, it's been total domination by Howe except for the one play with no time left right before the half.
Right.
3 receivers up top. And Lawler looks that way on the screen pass again, and it's intercepted by Felder again. No, that's Hawthorne, and he will take it to the house. It is touchdown time in Texas. It is Felder, his second interception of the night. And this time, the Bulldogs capitalize with the touchdown.
Yeah, Dalton caught that in stride and never looked back. S&S didn't even see that one coming.
Well, you know, they've ran that same play about 3 times. Every time they ran the trip set to the top, they ran the screen, and Dalton Felder sniffed it out and capitalized on that, took it back to the house about 25 yards, well, about 30 yards.
Right, and he just picked it out of the sky.
Honeker's PAT will go straight through. 28-7, Howe in the lead. 8:35 left to go in the third quarter. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
7, Howe 28.
Abby's Restaurant is family owned and run. They have the cure for all your home cooking cravings. Chicken fried steak, loaded baked potato, bacon patty melt, grilled chicken salad, cheese fries, jalapeno stuffed peppers, and more. Don't forget to save room for that cheesecake and cobbler with ice cream. We know you're going to love the food and the service. Abby's Restaurant in downtown Howe. They're open from 11 to 8, Monday through Saturday. Give them a call, 903-487-8860. Abby's Restaurant.
If you can't see the difference, why pay the difference? Switch to Dish for a great deal. Only Dish offers free HD for 24 months and premium movie channels free for 3 months, including Blockbuster at home. Save a bundle when you combine DishNet high-speed internet with your TV service. Get more for less with Dish. Visit Cavender Home Theater, your Dish authorized retailer, or call 903-892-3499 for details. CavenderHT.com.
Welcome back to Ram Stadium. Honecker will have a squib kick to the left side. It will be taken by Ben Franklin, and he'll step out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Dalton Felder just picked off the pass from Lawler and ran it back to the house to up the Howe lead 28-7 with 8:29 left to go in the third. Reminded of this field in 1991 when Howe set a school record. Still stands 76 points in one game. Still a school record. It was my senior year. I think I kicked about 10 extra points that night. Here's a handoff to Mayer over the right side, and he will gain a couple of yards across the 40. But that night, right here on this field, talk about rushing yards. Michael Bailey, Domingo Rivera just racked up a ton of yardage that night. And the Bulldogs won 76-0. This is going to be a handoff. Mayer up the middle. He's going to be close to a first down. A gain of about 5. Close to midfield at about the 49-yard line, 48-yard line. Again, S&S trailing 28-7 here in the third quarter. 7:52 left on the clock.
Dalton Felder made the stop.
Is there any question that Dalton Felder is your player of the game? Handoff left side. Mayer stopped in the backfield. And that'll be Hartsfield among others.
Hartsfield, Griffin.
Yeah, Dalton Felder, a whale of a game tonight on both sides of the ball. Scored the touchdown on a 9-yard run earlier. Here's a fumble picked up by Stump Matthews. Matthews has the turnover, and it's Howe ball again, this time at the 44-yard line, and turnovers galore, and Howe looking to really take this one to the house here. And if Howe can go up here 35-7, it's all over but the crying.
Yeah, Ty Portman made the initial hit, looked like he knew how to knock the ball loose. Yeah, they go up here, and it's S&S may be done.
It's going to be tough, but right now it's still 21-point game. Lots of time left. Lopez, handoff, right side. That's Stratton Carroll trying to find that outside corner. Now cuts it, now bounces it back outside, right down the line of scrimmage, and finally runs out of room, and S&S is right there to stop him for no gain. It was a... And now they say fumble. Apparently Carroll fumbled. And now the Rams will take over. So back-to-back fumbles on back-to-back plays from each team. And it'll be almost like it didn't happen, as S&S will take the ball over again at the 44-yard line, just a couple of yards shy of where they were a moment ago when they fumbled. So it'll be 1st and 10, moving left to right. S&S, Lawler in the backfield. He gets the hand, and he hands it to Mayer, who escapes Griffin and runs for about a 14-yard gain toward the outside, and will be knocked out of bounds at about the 40-yard line by Levi Mrzinski.
But they're moving the chains. First down and 10 for your Rams.
Looks like Leonard and Gunner is 14-12. 7:45 left in the third.
Fakes the hand to Mayer, throwing down the field, nothing doing there. Levi Mrzinski, or that's Nick Wilson in great coverage. And he was trying to hit his receiver. I think that was Ben Franklin, but stride for stride, Nick Wilson didn't give up on the play. He and Mrzinski were right there, and that was not going to happen. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. 6:45 left to go in the third quarter. Howe up 28-7.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd have thrown that pass into triple coverage.
It was a nice play action, but just not a really good pass. There's a high snap, but Mayer will end up getting the hand after Lawler brings it down. And now Mayer all of a sudden is chewing up some yardage. That's a gain of about 7. And
Andrew Griffin made the stop. Yeah, he's just beginning to drive.
Third down and about
so 3rd and 3 for the Rams. They'll send one receiver out on each side, handoff Mayer right up the middle, and he's driven backwards. A nice play right there. Overby and Dalton Felder right there to make the stop, and that will be a loss on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down situation for S&S inside Howe territory at the 37-yard line. Thought for a moment we had an injured player, but apparently not.
Yeah, I think Ty Portman may have been a little slow getting up, and I think the official blew that whistle a little prematurely maybe.
Cameron Pruitt came into the game, and now he will be a slot receiver as they are going to go for it here on 4th and 4. 3 receivers at the bottom, 2 receivers at the top. Lawler will be all alone in the backfield. Shotgun. Gets it. Looking left side. Throwing left side. Has his man. It's caught for a 1st down. Nick Wilson in coverage, but he was playing soft. And right there was Ben Franklin to make the catch. And that'll be a 1st down for S&S. And they'll move the sticks inside the 30-yard line to about the 28. And maybe the 27 is actually where they'll spot it. 5:41 and rolling here in the third quarter. Howe up 28-7.
I wonder how many times Ben Franklin hears, "Hey, you got any bends on you?"
Oh, either that or plumbing jokes.
Yeah, that's a good, yeah.
3-step drop for Lawler. Throws it right into traffic, nearly intercepted, and Stump Matthews almost, instead of having a fumble, almost has an interception there.
That'll bring 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, when they run that screen, they release everybody. That court, he's got to get rid of that ball in a hurry. He's having some difficulties with that this evening.
A former Howe nose guard had 2 interceptions in one game back in 1990. Kevin Gray picked off 2 Adam Ball passes. You don't see that very often. Here's a handoff right side. Mayer brought down hard. I believe that was Felder. And it was. It's a game. Oh, late flag comes in. And Helpenstell is being talked to a little bit by one of his teammates. We'll see what is happening there. As Stump Matthews is on the ground on his back. There's flags all around. And Helpenstell is now being talked to by the Howe coaches. So apparently this doesn't look like it's going to be on SNS, and Helpenstell will make his way to the sideline there. We're going to take a quick timeout as we have an injured player. Back in a moment with more Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Personal foul against both teams that'll offset.
For my family, life is a series of celebrations, from my newest born cousin to my grandmother. We all partake in births, weddings, and funerals. Wherever we celebrate, we need to feel welcome. That's why we choose Scoggins Funeral Home in Howe. Scoggins Funeral Home understands our needs. Talk to the caring staff at Scoggins Funeral Home. Call 903-532-5577 or visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
Welcome back, as there were offsetting personal foul penalties against each team, so it'll still be 3rd down and 8. And this will be a handoff. Lawler's going to keep it, wants to throw down the field to the right side. Has a man in the end zone, dives to make the catch, and it falls incomplete just outside of the outstretched arms of the SNS receiver. And now, as you can hear the PA, it'll be 4th down and 8. We are at the 5:05 mark in the 3rd quarter, as that ball was intended for Drew Dutton. And what a valiant effort by Dutton to really dive, extend his arms, but it was just out of his reach. Howe leading 28-7. Again, with 5:05 left to go in the 3rd. And SNS facing a 4th down and 8 situation here at the Howe 24-yard line. Shotgun, wanting to throw. Lawler throws it out left side. Same play that they picked up the 1st down a moment ago. Nick Wilson in coverage. And another 1st down for SNS.
Flag far side of the field.
We'll check and see what it is. Ben Franklin makes the catch.
Well, that screen's just wearing on Howe.
Legal man downfield against SNS.
An eligible receiver downfield.
And
on the Rams.
That will not be a 1st down.
That'll bring us back
for SNS. And thanks to Brooks Foster, the former Bulldog, says Forestburg is between Bowie and Decatur. There you go, Mike.
There we go.
I knew those 96 Bulldogs were good for something. Thank you, Brooks Foster. I think he was 96, man. It might have been 98. I can't remember. Here's a timeout on the field. We'll take one, too. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
GCEC Wireless, located in Van Alstyne off of Exit 51, can help you with all your Verizon wireless needs. They have a wide range of products and services, including smartphones, wireless home and mobile internet, wireless home phone service, and accessories. They're also your local DirecTV dealer. So come on by or call them at 903-712-2355. That's GCEC Wireless. And go Bulldogs!
Think back to the best fried pie you've ever had. It won't compare to Sweetie Pies in Van Alstyne. They have handmade apricot, apple, peach, buttermilk, chocolate, coconut, and lemon fried pies that melt in your mouth. Located at 120 South Main Street in Van Alstyne on the east side of downtown. Give them a call at 903-712-PIES. That's 903-712-7437. Sweetie Pies can also make custom Howe cookies, muffins, and other baked goods.
Welcome back, as it's 4th down and 13. Lawler probably looking the same way. Does look for Franklin. Nick Wilson falls down, and that allows Ben Franklin to make the catch and to convert another 1st down on that far side. And they are just picking on Nick Wilson right now.
Yeah. Levi Merzinski and Tyler Grisham in on helping on the stop there. That catch was made by Cordell Mercer.
So SNS now maybe going to look over there on that far side a little bit more, I would think. anytime they are going to need a first down, I would think they're going to be looking at Nick Wilson on that far side. Unfortunately, here's a carry along the right side, and it's going to be very close to a touchdown down at the 1 yard line. And I believe that was Lawler on the carry, the quarterback, and did not get in, but very, very close. The ball almost touching the goal line, about as close as you can get from our vantage point.
About as close as you can get without getting there.
Second down, and it looks like an inch is on the goal line.
I don't even know if it's an inch.
Yeah.
Maybe a half inch.
Yeah. It's everybody tight. It will be a full house backfield, high snap, and this will be Mayer running up the middle, and he's got the touchdown. 1 yard touchdown from Wyatt Mayer. And the SNS Rams have cut the Howe lead, 28-13, awaiting the PAT.
All right, well, we've got a second here. Tom Bean's up on White right, 28-7. Pottsboro's leading Van Alstyne 14-7. Both those games in the third quarter. Leonard and Gunner, 14-12.
A flag on the play before the PAT can get underway, and we'll check and see what that is. It's going to be a false start against SNS. So we saw this last week when Bryce Honecker ended up having to kick what was a 30-yard PAT and ended up no good. We'll see if SNS is going to have the same luck here.
Did they just call him Moose?
Yeah, somebody called him Moose.
That's what I thought.
He looks like a moose. Casey Welch, the big kicker. It's on the tee. The kick is up. Kick's pretty high. The kick is not good. Wide right, apparently, and Howe maintains a... that's crucial when you're in a point system tiebreaker. That would have been a 14-point lead for Howe, and it's 15 as it stands. We'll be back with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
It's way too hot for your vehicle's AC to go out. Head over to 4A Automotive in Howe for their special air conditioning service checkup for just $39.95. For over 10 years, they've provided the most reliable and dependable service and repairs in the area. 4A Automotive is a bumper-to-bumper service shop. They do it all, from autos to diesels, and they're front-end specialists too. So call 4A Automotive today at 903-546-0024. They're located 4 miles east of Howe at the corner of FM 902 and Luella Road.
Welcome back to Ram Stadium. Monty Walker along with Michael Mosier, Stephen Braswell. Howe leads 28-13 to the missed PAT. This will be a deep kick that Hawthorne will take at the 10-yard line. He will jog up to the 20. Look out. He's got some room. Anytime Hawthorne gets the ball in his hands, he could go, and he's gone. 30, 25, 20. Kiss him goodbye. Walk the dog. It's touchdown time in Texas.
Yeah, just like that. That's what we were talking about earlier. He gets that one opportunity. That one opportunity was presented to him, and he took full advantage of it.
That young man can take it to the house at any given moment. And that was a given moment. Howe extends their lead 34-13, awaiting this PAT. Wow. Electrifying. And that just takes the entire wind out of the sails of SNS, who worked so hard to score there. Honecker's PAT is up, and it is good. Howe leads 35-13. With 3:29 left to go in the third quarter. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only, where you get great food and big smiles. And a little message for all our Howe football players: go Bulldogs, fight, Bulldogs win, win, win. 'Cause it's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Your invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Welcome back to Ram Stadium as Honecker will kick another squib kick, be taken by Ben Franklin, running the reverse on the near side, and that will be Mayer, I believe, with the ball in his hands. That's Drew Dutton, and he'll make his way to the 38-yard line. Ty Portman with a little extracurricular shove at the end, but apparently nothing intentional as the official was right there. No flags were thrown, and SNS will take over at their own 38, moving left to right towards that south end zone with 3:20 left to go in the third quarter, trailing Howe 35-13. And this will be a shotgun. Lawler looking right side. Great coverage as he's flushed out of the pocket now. Wants to run up to about the 44-yard line. That's where they'll mark him. Be a gain of about 5.
Joel Minivar running him out of bounds.
Dylan Moreau will check out. Charles Overbeat will check in at linebacker. In at cornerback on the far side, Quentin Harris has now replaced Nick Wilson. And this will be a handoff up the middle, drug down from behind, helping still a great play.
Virtually come untouched off of that end.
And that will bring up a 3rd and long situation for, or 3rd and 5 for SNS. Not too long. Third and 5, right before the midfield stripe at the 44-yard line. Tyler Grisham in, covering the slot. Quentin Harris playing off, a little soft. And this will be Lawler on a fake to the hand, and he will run it around the right side, and he'll cross the 40, and a late flag as maybe a late hit out of bounds.
Charles Overby and Ty Portman didn't want to stop.
And they were about 3 yards deep out of bounds when they made the tackle, so I'm not sure that's going to be, well, the officials are talking about it right now, whether that's a flag or not. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Howe, personal foul, and that's what it was. I guess a late hit out of bounds. It was very close. It's one of those where the quarterback was close to the out of bounds marker. The two guys were already in pursuit, and it's kind of hard to stop your momentum at that point. Timeout's been called. We'll take 1-2 back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Abby's Restaurant is family owned and run. They have the cure for all your home cooking cravings. Chicken fried steak, loaded baked potato, bacon patty melt, grilled chicken salad, cheese fries, jalapeno stuffed peppers, and more. Don't forget to save room for that cheesecake and cobbler with ice cream. We know you're going to love the food and the service. Abby's Restaurant in downtown Howe. They're open from 11 to 8, Monday through Saturday. Give them a call, 903-487-8860. Abby's Restaurant.
Welcome back to Ram Stadium. Monty Walker along with Michael Mosier, Stephen Braswell. 2:27 left to go in the third quarter. This third quarter is taking a very long time. Howe leading 35-13. SNS has the ball after the personal foul at the 23-yard line in Howe territory. Moving left to right towards that south end zone. And Lawler, the quarterback, Ty Lawler, drop back in shotgun formation. He gets it, hands off to Mayer right up the middle and bounces free for about 10 yards. And he will make his way to the 11, which is enough for the first down. And again, sometimes you think you see flags all over the field because these shoes that the Rams wear are bright yellow and they look like flags.
It looks like while we're waiting on this play here, Pottsboro's gone up 21-7 on SNS. I'm sorry, Van Alstyne.
Here's a fake and a quarterback rollout to the right side. This time he didn't fake Griffin, who brought him down after a gain of maybe 1. As Ty Lawler trying to fake it to Mayer and run around the right side. This time Griffin was right there to snuff it out. That'll bring up second down. And about 2. They'll actually say Griffin brought him down 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now S&S can get a first down at about the 2-yard line. So it is not second and goal. It's still second and 12. Shotgun, handoff, Mayer, right side, lots of room. He's got the 5. Easily strolls in for the touchdown. 1:18 left on the third quarter clock, and S&S scores again. 35-20, awaiting this PAT. Howe in the lead.
Gunner has gone on top of Leonard 19-14 with 1:31 left in the third. Looks like S&S Monty may be going for 2.
It will be 3 receivers up top. This will be a handoff. Mayer running right side. He will not get the 2-point conversion. And I said 20. Actually, the score is 19. The score now with the 2-point conversion unsuccessful is 35-19. Howe in the lead with 1:18 left to go in the third. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
If you can't see the difference, why pay the difference? Switch to Dish for a great deal. Only Dish offers free HD for 24 months and premium movie channels free for 3 months, including Blockbuster at home. Save a bundle when you combine DishNet high-speed internet with your TV service. Get more for less with Dish. Visit Cavender Home Theater, your Dish authorized retailer, or call 903-892-3499 for details. CavenderHT.com.
For my family, life is a series of celebrations, from my newest born cousin to my grandmother. We all partake in births, weddings, and funerals. Wherever we celebrate, we need to feel welcome. That's why we choose Scoggins Funeral Home in Howe. Scoggins Funeral Home understands our needs. Talk to the caring staff at Scoggins Funeral Home. Call 903-532-5577 or visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com.
Welcome back to S&S Rams Stadium, where the Rams have cut the Howe lead 35-19. 1:18 left to go in the third. And this will be a short pooch kick this time. Not kicking it to Hawthorne again. Taken at the 30, and this time by Joaquin Lopez, and he'll make his way across the 40 to the 44-yard line. A gain of 14 on the return. And Howe will take over there at their own 44-yard line, with 1:13 on the clock in the third quarter, leading S&S 35-19.
Yeah, I want to give a shout to Linda Wall. She listens to us on Friday nights back in Howe. Says she thoroughly enjoys hearing it from us.
Yeah, Linda, she is something special. Here's a handoff to Hawthorne, right side. He barrels his way through, still going, feet still going. Gains 8 yards before you know it. It was one of those where most ball carriers would have about 3 yards, and Hawthorne decided he'll have none of that, and he ended up with right at 8.
Manuel Durate made the stop.
It should Duarte.
Yeah, okay. I'm close.
There should be one play left in the third quarter. Is all Howe will have to run here. The play clock's at 14. The main clock is at 33. Howe comes to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a handoff. Grisham left side, and he is met right at the line of scrimmage. Fights forward. May have the first down as he stretched the ball out a little bit. The official will bring the ball back. I don't think it's going to be a first, but it's going to be very close. Clock is stopped right now at 24 seconds, and I believe they're going to measure here. They are going to bring the sticks out.
That while we're waiting on him to come out, that 19 14 score at Gunner Leonard has jumped to Gunner on top 26-14. We're still
Who's on top?
Gunner 26-14 Leonard.
Gunner's on top.
Gunner's on top.
Wow. Okay.
And then Tom Bean White Ride's still 28-7.
I knew them Gunner Tigers weren't going to lay over.
Well, they jumped quick. It was 19-14, and we refreshed the screen, and it jumped up to 26-14.
Meanwhile, it's a first down here for Howe, as I'm sure they will let the clock roll down. They do not have to snap the ball here, and I don't believe they will. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, it'll be the fourth quarter here at Rams Stadium. Howe leading 35-19. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
GCEC Wireless, located in Van Alstyne off of Exit 51, can help you with all your Verizon wireless needs. They have a wide range of products and services, including smartphones, wireless home and mobile internet, wireless home phone service, and accessories. They're also your local DirecTV dealer. So come on by or call them at 903-712-2355. That's GCEC Wireless. And go Bulldogs!
Think back to the best fried pie you've ever had. It won't compare to Sweetie Pies in Van Alstyne. They have handmade apricot, apple, peach, buttermilk, chocolate, coconut, and lemon fried pies that melt in your mouth. Located at 120 South Main Street in Van Alstyne on the east side of downtown. Give them a call at 903-712-PIES. That's 903-712-7437. Sweetie Pies can also make custom Howe cookies, muffins, and other baked goods.
Welcome back to Rams Stadium. We are now in the fourth quarter as Hawthorne will get the carry over left guard. He'll gain about 4 on first down. A big thank you to Stephen Braswell, who has been loading me up with these Diet Dr. Peppers all night. You might can tell I'm a little bit sick tonight. I have a sinus infection.
Yeah, you may not be able to sleep when you go home, but
I've gone through my own personal box of Kleenexes tonight. Second down and 8. He'll be a handoff to Carroll running right side. He's got some room and enough. He dives forward for the first down. A great effort will get him a first down as he just simply dove forward. And that takes the ball to the 36-yard line in S&S territory. Howe leading 35-19 as we update the scroll. 11:08 left to go in the game. Now it's about killing the clock. Howe with a comfortable lead. And again, a tie-breaking lead. Howe would need to win by more than 13.
And they are up by 16 right now.
Toss left side. This is going to be Grisham on the sweep. And he'll gain about 6-7 yards on that sweep from one side of the field to the other. Yeah, nice gain there. Something we don't see very often is Tyler Grisham on a sweep.
No, we don't. We haven't seen it yet. Cordell Mercer made the stop for the Rams, run him out of bounds.
Again, Mercer with the Howe ties. No, that's not Mercer. We were talking about Pruitt. That's right. And this will be flagged before we can get underway with this play. It'll be false start against Howe. So all that Tyler Grisham running a moment ago will be all for naught as they'll back it up 5 yards. It'll be second down and 9.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been the freshman Clay Marshall, just a little anxious to get the play started.
Hartsfeld to the line of scrimmage. Here comes the rest of the Bulldogs. Lopez under center on second down and 9. This will be a handoff. Stratton Carroll on the reverse right side. He's got some room to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. Kissing goodbye. It is touchdown time in Texas. Stratton Carroll from 34 yards out. And the Bulldogs extend their lead 41-19 with 10:36 left to go in the game. Awaiting this PAT. Honecker on for the PAT here. Easton Ross, the holder. And it's on the tee. Honecker's kick with lots of pressure is still good. 42, great number, 42-19. Howe in the lead. With 10:36 left to go in this football game. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
It's way too hot for your vehicle's AC to go out. Head over to 4A Automotive in Howe for their special air conditioning service checkup for just $39.95. For over 10 years, they've provided the most reliable and dependable service and repairs in the area. 4A Automotive is a bumper-to-bumper service shop. They do it all, from autos to diesels, and they're front-end specialists too. So call 4A Automotive today at 903-546-0024. They're located 4 miles east of Howe at the corner of FM 902 and Luella Road.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only, where you get great food and big smiles. And a little message for all our Howe football players: go Bulldogs, fight, Bulldogs, win, win, win. 'Cause it's not just good, it's Sonic good.
A squib kick going to be taken in a fake reverse this time, and coming near side is S&S on the carry on the kick return, and that is Ben Franklin again, and this time Overby will knock him out of bounds in Howe territory. A nice return to the 38-yard line, and at some point you think, well, why don't they just kick deep?
Right. You know, I refreshed the screen again on my iPad, and it is now 32 Gunner, 14 Leonard.
Wow. Boy, at one point, don't you know, those Leonard Tigers were thinking, we got this. We're going to shock the world. Not Gunner. Handoff. Mayer will drag a defender. And I believe that was Minivar, who took a ride for about 4 yards. And it will be a 6-yard gain by Mayer right up the middle, bring up second down and 4. Howe leading 42-19.
Mayer brought down.
Looks like Austin Bearden, Andrew Griffin in on the stop. Today must be your day for 42. Were you not trying to see a picture earlier? Waterburger, your order number 42.
That's right.
See, today is the day.
Today is the day. This will be a pass to the left side, and it is caught for a first down. Quentin Harris will make the tackle, and I believe on the reception will be Anthony Horn.
Jacob Taylor was putting pressure on quarterback.
So first and 10 for S&S. 9:23 left to go in the game. Howe leading 42-19. High snap, brings it down. Mayer is in all kinds of trouble. Overby on the linebacker shoot comes roaring through.
Number 51 with the tackle on Mayer.
I said Overby, that was not. You're right.
Jacob Taylor.
Yep, Jacob Taylor right there to mess everything up for S&S, as they'll send 3 receivers up top to the right, 1 at the bottom. 1 man in the backfield is Mayer. Lawler wants to throw the screen to Mayer on the near side. He's got a block, he's got the 10, he's got the 5, he's got the touchdown. So they spread them all out, run Mayer underneath, and he has a touchdown of 20 yards for S&S. So that cuts the lead 42-25. And we'll see about this PAT here. And
looks like they're going to try to go for 2 again.
Again, this point situation in district, the tiebreaker, makes everybody do crazy things, and this is going to be an easy 2-point conversion for Lawler.
Number 13,
I take that back. That's not Lawler. That's Cordell Mercer. Again, it's really hard to see these red numbers on the red jerseys, but Mercer scores, and that'll make it 42-27. Howe in the lead with 8:42 left to go in the game. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
You're invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com.
15-point lead.
Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Sitting there trying to keep it.
The Howe Athletic Booster Club invites you to become a supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
The type of kids we have, they're just hard workers and do anything you ask.
Memberships are $25 and will be available at all home games. All proceeds benefit high school and middle school athletic programs. Please join the Howe Athletic Booster Club in our efforts to support our hometown kids.
When people come here, you know, it's something they can be proud of.
Wow, the kickoff was almost disastrous for Howe as it was an onside kick. It bounced off of one of the Howe defenders, went straight into the arms of S&S, but then somehow Michael Kerr reached around and grabbed it out of midair and fell to the turf. A great, and I can't tell you how great it was, play by Michael Kerr to secure that football, or that could have changed things very quickly here in this football game. There's still 8:39 left to go. Lopez on 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Carroll in motion, handoff Hawthorne, left side, and it's cut off quickly after a gain of 2.
Oh, we got a flag.
Well, there is a flag on the play as Howe has the ball at the 47-yard line.
Looks like we might have a Bulldog down.
It could be not a flag, but rather an injury, and it is a Bulldog down on the turf. His helmet's off.
Yeah, I saw.
And it is a flag against S&S. A personal foul.
Automatic first down for the Bulldogs.
It looks like it could be Tanner Hartsfield.
Yeah, you never want to speculate. You know, you saw, of course, you know, Caleb, you know, went to motioning as soon as the play was over for the sideline. He was motioning for the trainer.
And it looks like Hartsfield will get up now, and he's going to gingerly walk off the field, but it looks like nothing too major.
No, which, you know, he's played a very tough ball game tonight.
That's a very tough kid in the first place. Sophomore, yes. Right in the middle of things on offense at center. Really makes everything go. So here we are, 42-27. Howe in the lead. 8:21 left to go in the game. Howe driving at the 35-yard line of S&S. Handoff, Hawthorne, right side, looking for some room. Bounces out, carries a few guys down to the 25-yard line. Just like that, a 10-yard gain for Hawthorne. That's what he does.
Looks like he's brought down by,
and that'll be another first down for Howe.
Jacob Miller.
Cameron Pruitt, and as the EPA announcer said, Cameron Hunter, Jacob. Yeah.
So it'll be 1st and 10. As Quentin Harris will bring the play in for the Bulldogs. Again, some big beef up front for the Bulldogs. As Austin Bearden in at that tackle position. Here's a handoff right side. Hawthorne for 2, maybe 3 to the 21-yard line.
Looks like it's tripped up by number 3, Lane Lancaster.
The Bulldogs would love nothing more than to chew the rest of this 7:25 off the clock and go home with a big smile.
And Lane Lancaster in on the stop.
So a 3-yard gain brings up 2nd down and 6. I guess they'll call it a 4-yard gain on the scoreboard. Looks more like 3 from here. And I believe that's Clay Marshall in at center. Here's a handoff to Stratton Carroll, trying to bounce it out and does. He's got the 10, fumbles the football and has to roll back on it at the 15-yard line. He had all kinds of daylight to score. The ball just simply fell out of his hands.
But it's enough to move those chains.
It is enough for the first down, but
For the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
wow, we teach that in the 3rd and 4th grade to hang on to that football.
Yeah,
maybe those
right out.
Maybe those pads are getting a little slick or something he's wearing, but that looked like a pretty easy touchdown from our vantage point.
He was headed that direction. Quickly, Gunner is on top of Leonard, 40-14.
Wow. Lopez under center, handoff Hawthorne, right side. Good for 3 yards. As we are just about to hit the 6-minute mark in the football game. How's that Tom Bean score?
That's what I'm looking at, 28-7. 28 Tom Bean, 7 White-Right.
And that game is in Tom Bean tonight as we are right at the 6-minute mark. Some of the S&S fans are starting to make their way to the exits. But still packed house across the way for the Bulldogs. As Howe just taking all kinds of time now, bringing in the play, chewing up as much of this clock as they can. Hawthorne the lone back. Man in motion. Handoff Hawthorne right side. Good for another 3 or 4 yards. And that will take the ball close to the 5-yard line. Again, Howe knocking on the door here. 5 yards away from another touchdown. But it's 3rd down and 2.
Cameron Pruitt again in on the stop.
5:09, 5:08. Howe taking all kinds of time. Clay Marshall makes his way to the line of scrimmage. Again, Hartsfeld injured a moment ago. Lopez, handoff, Hawthorne, right guard. Not much doing there. Not sure he got the first down. It's going to be close. They may have to measure, but I don't think he got it. Just inside the 5.
Bring up 4th down and 1 for the Bulldogs.
And yes, it's going to be just about a half a yard shy of the first down. So it'll be 4th down. I don't see Bryce Honecker anywhere close to coming into this football game. And we'll see if this is going to be a sneak by Lopez or something similar, as the Bulldogs are going to go for it here on 4th down. At the 5-yard line. Lopez under center. Whistles blow before this can get underway. There's a timeout by Howe. We'll take 1-2. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
The Howe Enterprise has served Howe as the hometown news since 1963. Since then, the Bulldogs have won 8 district, 7 by-district, 3 area championships, and 1 regional title. We've seen 14 different head coaches during that time. The Howe Enterprise has been with the Bulldogs for 51 years. We were there when the Pride of Howe won 3 band state championships. HoweEnterprise.com publishes weekly on Mondays.
Carrie's Coffee Company in historic downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, is the new upscale coffee shop serving Van Alstyne, Howe, and surrounding areas. Carrie's Coffee Company offers a wide variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages and baked goods. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Company in downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, and mention this ad and get 50% off your first beverage.
Welcome back. As it is 4th and 1. Lopez, handoff, Hawthorne has the first down. Did he have the touchdown? Very close. It is touchdown time in Texas. A 5-yard touchdown for Anthony Hawthorne. And what a night he's had tonight. 4:09 left to go in this football game. And Howe extends their lead, 48-27, awaiting the PAT. Only 4:09 left to go on the clock as Honaker ready for this PAT. And there's movement across the line of scrimmage. And please don't make this young freshman kick a 30-yard PAT again.
Yeah, it looked like it was against Howe. Van Alstyne Pottsboro 21-21, 4:19 left in the fourth.
As it is against Howe, back it up. So it will be from the Honaker will kick from the 15, so it would be a 25-yard field goal, 25-yard PAT, and it's good. 49-27, Howe in the lead with 4:09 left to go in the game. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Carrie's Coffee Company in historic downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, is the new upscale coffee shop serving Van Alstyne, Howe, and surrounding areas. Carrie's Coffee Company offers a wide variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages and baked goods. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Company in downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, and mention this ad and get 50% off your first beverage. Open Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 7 a.m. on Saturdays. Carrie's Coffee Company is Texas quality.
Your business has a story to tell. Let Fast Signs help you tell it using the right mix of visual communication solutions like signs, banners, digital displays, vehicle graphics, mobile marketing, and so much more. Give Fast Signs your business challenge and we'll come up with a plan to grow your business, reach more customers, and accomplish more than you ever thought possible. Fast Signs. More than fast, more than signs.
Fast Signs Texoma, located at 1916 North Grand Avenue in Sherman, 903-893-SIGN.
Welcome back to S&S Ram Stadium, where the Bulldogs have extended their lead to 49-27, a 22-point lead, which does play in tiebreakers. You just want to win by 14. And Howe with a 22-point advantage is in good shape to hang on to that. Here's Honaker's kick. It's going to be a pooch kick to the left side to be taken, and no reverse this time. Ben Franklin coming all the way to the near side now, does lateral it back, and I believe that's not Dutton, but a nice move to the right side, and I think he's free, and he may score, and he does, and that is Devin Orr on the touchdown. Wow.
Yeah. I was expecting the reverse. Didn't see the toss coming.
He just basically came all the way across the field, and then at the last moment when he was about to be tackled, Franklin that is, just simply lateraled the ball back, and then a great move at the end to cut it to the inside was Devin Orr. Made a couple of defenders miss, and here we are, 49-33. And just little miscues like that have kept S&S in the game. It would not be anywhere close to as what it looks like right now if it weren't for the special teams miscues and the penalty right before the half. This PAT is no good. So Howe leads 49-33 with 3:51 left to go in the game. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Hi, this is Chris with Cavender Home Theater, your local satellite television expert. Our customers are raving about the Hopper from Dish, the most advanced DVR. You can record up to 6 shows at once and instantly skip commercials in recorded primetime TV. But that's not all. With Dish, you can watch all your live and recorded TV anywhere. Visit Cavender Home Theater, your Dish authorized retailer, or call 903-892-3499 today.
Abby's Restaurant is family owned and run. They have the cure for all your home cooking cravings. Chicken fried steak, loaded baked potato, bacon patty melt, grilled chicken salad, cheese fries, jalapeno stuffed peppers, and more. Don't forget to save room for that cheesecake and cobbler with ice cream. We know you're going to love the food and the service. Abby's Restaurant in downtown Howe. They're open from 11 to 8, Monday through Saturday. Give them a call, 903-487-8860. Abby's Restaurant.
Welcome back to Sadler, Texas, Ram Stadium, as it looks like an onside coming again, as the big kicker Casey Welch is We heard someone call him Moose earlier. That's what he looks like. Here's the onside kick. Bounces straight over the head of Kerr and goes right out of bounds. So Howe will take over there. The ball was rested at the 45-yard line.
You know, I was...
That's Caleb Ake. I'm sorry. It bounced over Caleb Ake's head, not Michael Kerr. My apologies to the Ake family.
I updated, and it is 28-21 Hotspur over Van Alstyne. Minute 24 left in the game.
Wow, what a game.
35-7 Tom Bean White Rod.
Not really any surprise there. Not really a surprise in Gunner.
Gunner is a final 40-14. Gunner over Leonard.
There is Clay Marshall still in the game at center. Lopez, handoff. Hawthorne left side, gain of 1, flag down at the back of this play. It's 1st and 10. We'll see what happens here. 3:46 on the clock. Howe leads 49-33. Check the flag. Hawthorne gets up a little bit gimpy. And he'll actually make his way off no, he'll stay in the game. As Griffin will come on now. Hawthorne will kind of limp off. Looks like he's running okay, but just a tad bit gimpy, but not taking any chances there as Andrew Griffin will check in for Hawthorne. Looks like a block below the waist against Howe. And that'll bring the ball back to the 35-yard line in SNS territory. 3:46 left to go in the game. It'll be 1st and very long now. 1st and 25. You hate to see anything, you hate to see Tanner Hartsfield with that injury, hoping he's okay. Here's Lopez on the reverse to Stratton Carroll, who'll gain 2 yards. Out to about the 37-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and long. 3:20 and rolling, and that's the main thing that Howe is looking for, is just to kill the clock here. That's the main priority with a 49-33 lead, a 16-point lead, which is still within the tiebreaker. Howe wants to win by 14 to hold the tiebreaker. Should Howe and SNS end up tied, Howe would have the advantage on points, the max advantage. This will be a handoff straight up the middle, and that'll be Hawthorne. And not much there, maybe a yard or two. 3rd down and very long. About 20 now, 3rd and 20. 2:43 on the clock. Timeout's been called. We'll keep it here, Michael. We know that Tom Bean has won. So they move to district play. Let's see, that takes Tom Bean to 1-2 in district. Whitewright goes to 0-3. Gunner goes to 3-0. Leonard goes to 2-1. The winner of this game goes to 2-1, which looks like it's going to be Howe. And SNS would go to 1-2 in district. So if it ended today and the playoff started tomorrow, it would be Gunner, Leonard, Howe, and then it would be some sort of a tiebreaker between SNS and Tom Bean.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, and that would be. They haven't played each other yet, have they? Or have they?
I don't know the answer to that. Here's a handoff to Stratton Carroll along the right side. Bounces over, jumps over one defender, still going to the 40. Stiff arms the defender at the 35 to the 20 and knocked down of bounds, or knocked down just shy of the 20 at the 22-yard line. Nice run there by Carroll, who just never gave up.
No, he didn't.
Oh, flag down on the play.
Wyatt Mayer in on the stop.
Unbelievable 1st down carry by Stratton Carroll on that reverse, but let's check the flag. Early indications, they were pointing towards SNS, but we'll see what is a personal foul, face mask against Howe. So never mind on the first down. Or unless it's a spot foul, or let's check that and see where they're actually going to mark that. From the 30 or 29 yard line. I guess it is a first down, but they'll spot it at the 44 yard line. So another timeout's been called. We'll take one too. 2:33 left to go in this football game. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
If you can't see the difference, why pay the difference? Switch to Dish for a great deal. Only Dish offers free HD for 24 months and premium movie channels free for 3 months, including Blockbuster at home. Save a bundle when you combine DishNet high-speed internet with your TV service. Get more for less with Dish. Visit Cavender Home Theater, your Dish authorized retailer, or call 903-892-3499 for details. CavenderHT.com.
For my family, life is a series of celebrations, from my newest born cousin to my grandmother. We all partake in births, weddings, and funerals. Wherever we celebrate, we need to feel welcome. That's why we choose Scoggins Funeral Home in Howe. Scoggins Funeral Home understands our needs. Talk to the caring staff at Scoggins Funeral Home. Call 903-532-5577 or visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com.
2:33 left to go in the football game. Howe leading 49-33, trying to kill the clock, but a 3rd and 4 is in their place. And here's Lopez, handoff. Carroll, left side, stumbling and bumbling. He would have easily had the first down, but kind of tripped at the line of scrimmage. Did fall forward close to the first down marker, and I believe he may have actually got it. It's going to be very close. The ball is just shy of the 40, and the official says first down. So a nice job by Stratton Carroll to fight forward, even though he stumbled. And that is a crucial first down for Howe there, as they can almost take this thing to the house on just these 4 plays, as there's 2:14 on the clock. Matter of fact, they can take it here.
Yeah, with this new 40-second deal, they can run the clock just right on out.
Yep. So Hartsfield still not in the game. Clay Marshall at center. Lopez under center. Handoff Hawthorne right side. And he'll gain 3 yards at this point. Oh, there's a late flag.
Oh, we got another flag.
And this one comes in at the very tail end of this play. I'll have to check this one now. Personal foul against S&S.
Personal foul on the Rams.
So that'll move the ball 15 yards towards that south end zone. And
you know, you can always tell when you get close to the end of the game, frustration comes out. They start doing silly things.
I'm not sure how many timeouts S&S has. Looks like none. So at this point, you think about just the victory formation, I would think. With a minute 52, no need to run a play and risk injury here. Sure don't want to jinx anything.
Right.
Sure my mother loved that one. I did get a text from her, by the way.
Yeah.
It was my fault. Here's the victory formation. Thank you very much. Joaquin Lopez takes a knee, and I'm out of trouble.
That's right. You got lucky. Looks like that Van Alstyne, with a loss to Pottsboro, 28-21, will drop them to 1-3.
So a minute 12 left to go in this football game. Howe will carry over a victory, their second in district, and will sit at the number 3 spot in district behind Gunner and Leonard, with Whitewright and Leonard yet to play. The last 2 weeks of the season, Lopez takes a knee here, and we are at the 44-second mark, so it looks like Howe will have to snap it one last time. A great night tonight for the Howe Bulldogs. Offensively, just churned those yards out. Dalton Felder was our player of the game with his 2 interceptions, 1 returned for a touchdown, and then a rushing touchdown to boot, a 9-yard touchdown after he intercepted it moments earlier. Victory formation. Lopez takes the knee, and the Howe Bulldogs even their record at 4-4 and 2-2 in district, and sit 3rd in district, and are in really great shape to make the playoffs in 2014. What a great night if you're a Howe Bulldog fan over here at SNS. We'll be back in just a moment as the Howe Bulldogs win 49-33. Back in a moment on HoweEnterprise.com.
For my family, life is a series of celebrations, from my newest born cousin to my grandmother. We all partake in births, weddings, and funerals. Wherever we celebrate, we need to feel welcome. That's why we choose Scoggins Funeral Home in Howe. Scoggins Funeral Home understands our needs. Talk to the caring staff at Scoggins Funeral Home. Call 903-532-5577 or visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
GCEC Wireless, located in Van Alstyne off of Exit 51, can help you with all your Verizon wireless needs. They have a wide range of products and services, including smartphones, wireless home and mobile internet, wireless home phone service, and accessories. They're also your local DirecTV dealer. So come on by or call them at 903-712-2355. That's GCEC Wireless. And go Bulldogs!
As we have the dueling school songs. And the far side Howe Bulldogs with the fight song as Happy Bulldogs make their way towards that south end zone to take a knee. They'll talk to Coach Zach Hudson. And then on the near side you have SNS doing their fight song and school song. But SNS comes up short tonight. The Howe Bulldogs have a great night on the road, 49-33. The win here against SNS. And for the second straight week, Howe puts a 40 spot on the board. I want to say thanks to Stephen Braswell, who exits the press box. He's done a great job all season spotting for us.
Tonight was tough, too.
Tonight was very hard with those red jerseys and red numbers outlined in yellow. Almost impossible to see from up here. But the Howe Bulldogs, again, had just a wonderful night tonight. Dalton Felder, our player of the game. We'll recap it for you real quick. SNS took the ball first as Howe deferred to the second half. SNS punted. Howe took the ball at their own 27-yard line, drove 73 yards, and it was capped off by a 5-yard touchdown by Anthony Hawthorne. That gave Howe the early 7-0 lead with 6:39 left to go in the first. SNS took the ball at their own 35 and turned the ball over on downs. Howe took the ball at their own 31, drove 69 yards. And with 1 minute and 23 seconds, with 9:06 left to go in the second quarter, Stratton Carroll scored from 9 yards out. That gave SNS the ball, trailing Howe 14-0. They punted. Howe got the ball and punted. SNS took the ball at their own 19, and Dalton Felder intercepted the pass, which a few plays later, Howe took it in, and guess who? Dalton Felder ran it in from 9 yards out. That upped the Howe lead 21-0. They were all over SNS in full control, about to head to halftime, up 21-0. However, very late in the half, and I'm talking a minute left in the half, Mayer, the running back for SNS, breaks free on a screen pass and runs all the way down to the 5-yard line and runs the clock out in the first half. So it was going to be 21-0 at the half, as time expired. However, there was a defensive penalty. S&S got one more play, and Mayer found the end zone from 2 yards out, and the PAT cut the Howe lead 21-7 at the half. Just a gift right at the half. So Howe took the ball back to start the first half, ended up punting, and then Felder intercepted a Lawler pass and took it to the house to up the Howe lead 28-7 with 8:35 left to go in the third quarter. Howe took the ball back later, ended up punting. S&S fumbled. Howe fumbled on the very next play. S&S took it back and drove the length of the field and scored on a 1-yard touchdown by Mayer. Howe took it at 3:42 mark in the third quarter, and Hawthorne ran a kick return of 80 yards back to the house, and that upped the Howe lead 35-13. And S&S got the ball at the 38-yard line with 3:20 left to go in the third. Mayer ended up scoring a 14-yard touchdown, which cut the Howe lead 35-19 with 1:18 left to go in the third. Howe took the ball at their own 44-yard line with 1:13 left in the third. Carroll went 34 yards for a touchdown to up the Howe lead 42-19. And with 10:31 left to go in the game, that gave S&S the ball back, and they ended up capitalizing on a 20-yard touchdown from Lawler to Mayer, and that gave Howe the lead 42-27. With 8:42 left to go in the game. So a late surge by S&S in this football game. Howe took the ball at their own 47-yard line with 8:39 left to go in the game. Hawthorne ends up scoring again from 5 yards out to up the Howe lead 49-27 with 4:09 left to go in the game. And then S&S ran a crazy lateral kick return with 4:09 left and scored. Devin Orr took it over, and S&S cut the Howe lead 49-33 with 3:51 left to go in the game. And then Howe basically ran out the remainder of the clock to finish this football game and the 49-33 win over S&S here in S&S. And now the Bulldogs are in prime position to make the playoffs for the first time since 2010. And what fun that would be to get to do some playoff football this year, Michael.
Yeah, that would be fun. I wouldn't mind it. I think that's a good idea.
I think it'd be fun.
That's right.
Well, I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight, and thank you all for listening tonight. And Michael, you've done an awesome job, and sure appreciate you all year long.
You bet, man. It's been fun. I enjoy it. I look forward to it every Friday.
We'll have White-Wright next week. It'll be a very scary Halloween in White-Wright. There's only one more home game, and that'll be at Leonard in 2 weeks. But next week we go trick-or-treating over in White-Wright, Texas.
Yeah, we do, don't we? So
for everyone who's been a part of this one, including Michael Mosier, Stephen Braswell, I'm Monty Walker. A 49-33 win in S&S sends us home on a very good note. So long, everybody.
You've been listening to Howe Bulldogs Football. Howe Bulldogs Football has been brought to you by Abby's Restaurant, GCEC Wireless, Scoggins Funeral Home, Bucksnort Barbecue, Cavender Home Theater, SAP Consulting, Sweetie Pies, Fast Signs, Kiri's Coffee Company, 4A Automotive, and Sonic. He pushes his way in. It is touchdown time in Texas for the first time in the 2014 season. Take me away.